Harold Lowe, fifth officer who organized transfers to properly fill boats, then took lifeboat 14 back to the debris field. He rescued swimmers and those on Collapsible A, and redistributed survivors to continue searching. He lived. In the film, Iowan Gruffudd portrays him decisively returning, one of the few boats shown going back amid the wreckage. Jack Thayer, 17-year-old first-class passenger who became separated from his parents, jumped as the ship foundered, reached the overturned Collapsible B, then transferred to Lifeboat 12 at dawn. He survived and later wrote a detailed account used by historians. James Paul Moody, sixth officer assisting on the bridge and at the forward collapsibles during loading. He relayed orders, helped manage the falls, and remained at his post as conditions deteriorated. Dash Harold Bride, Dash junior wireless operator who worked beside Phillips, fought floodwater in the radio room, reached the overturned Collapsible B, suffered frostbite, and later helped in Carpathia's radio room, sending survivor messages. He survived. In the film, Craig Kelly portrays him assisting to the last, then stumbling onto the upturned boat. Henry Tingle Wild, chief officer overseeing lifeboat preparation and order along the boat deck. He supervised launches on both sides as time ran out. He died. His body was not recovered. In the film, Mark Lindsay Chapman portrays Wild maintaining discipline amid mounting list and urgency as the last boats were readied. Joseph Boxhall, fourth officer who calculated Titanic's distress position, fired rockets to signal nearby ships, inspected compartments, and later took command of Lifeboat 2. Leontine Aubar, French singer traveling with Benjamin Guggenheim and her maid Emma Sagasser. It's Charles Lightoller, second officer enforcing women and children only on the port side. He survived on the overturned Collapsible B and later gave extensive testimony to inquiries, shaping much of the public record. In the film, Johnny Phillips portrays his strict approach to loading and his survival atop the upturned boat through the night. Benjamin Guggenheim assisted others, then changed into evening dress, saying he would meet his fate like a gentleman. He declined a lifeboat and died. A steward conveyed his message to his wife. In the film, Michael Ensign presents him composed and resolute. Frederick Fleet, lookout who rang the bell 3 times and phoned the bridge. Iceberg, right ahead. Without binoculars, he relied on his eyes in clear but dark conditions. He survived in Lifeboat 6. In the film, he's shown in the crow's nest at the moment of sighting, capturing the crucial seconds before the evasive turn and impact. Robert Hitchens, quartermaster at the wheel at impact, later coxswain of Lifeboat 6. He argued against turning back toward cries. Rose DeWitt Bucator, a fictional first-class character created for the film, not a real passenger, portrayed by Kate Winslet, with Gloria Stewart as older Rose. Noel Leslie, Countess of Rothes, active in Lifeboat 8, where she helped row and took the tiller under Quartermaster Thomas Jones. He praised her calm leadership and later gave her the lifeboat's plaque. She survived and supported fellow passengers afterward. In the film, Rochelle Rose appears as the Countess of Rothes, reflecting her hands-on role during the evacuation. John Jack Phillips, senior Marconi operator who transmitted CQD and SOS until power failed. He reached the overturned Collapsible B, but died of exposure. His persistence is well documented by survivors. In the film, Gregory Cook portrays him steadfast at the key while Bride assists. Sir Cosmo Duff Gordon, left in Lifeboat 1 with Lady Duff Gordon as it launched partly filled, Allegations that he discouraged rescues were examined. The British inquiry found no bribery or explicit orders. He survived. In the film, Martin Jarvis portrays him amid the underloaded boat, echoing the debate that followed their arrival in New York. Offered a seat, she refused to leave her husband, Isidore. They chose to remain together and perished in the sinking. Their devotion is one of Titanic's most cited stories. In the film's closing montage, Ida appears with Isidore as the water rises. Ida is portrayed by Elsa Raven, echoing survivor testimony about the couple's final decision. Wallace Hartley, band leader of the 8-man orchestra that played as lifeboats were loaded, helping keep passengers calm. He died. His body was recovered and returned to England for a widely attended funeral. The film's ensemble is based on Hartley's group, with Jonathan Evans-Jones portraying him, including the famed final performance as the ship's list increased. Lucille, Lady Duff Gordon, renowned fashion designer who departed in Lifeboat 1, which left with few aboard. Criticized afterward for not returning to pick up swimmers, she and Sir Cosmo were cleared of bribery by inquiry findings. She survived. In the film, Rosalind Ayres portrays her, capturing the couple's presence in the sparsely loaded boat, and the later controversy. Thomas Andrews, Titanic's designer, and Harland and Wolff's representative. After assessing damage, he urged life jackets and lifeboat loading and assisted passengers until the end. He died. Reports place him last in the first-class smoking room, life jacket discarded. In the film, Victor Garber presents Andrews as calm, practical, and fully aware of the ship's fate after the collision. What did the characters from the Titanic movie look like in real life? In this video, you'll see those who were really on board brought to life, shown side by side with the actors who played them on screen. Edward John Smith, the captain of millionaires. With over 40 years at sea, the Titanic was his final voyage. He remained on the bridge until the end. In the film, he was portrayed by Bernard Hill. Joseph Bruce Ismay, chairman of White Star Line. He helped load boats, then entered collapsible sea when no women or children were waiting nearby. He survived and faced intense criticism, though U.S. and British inquiries found no criminal wrongdoing. In the film, Jonathan Hyde portrays him as anxious and embattled, reflecting the public backlash that followed the disaster. Margaret Molly Brown, first-class passenger in Lifeboat 6. She pressed for rowing, blankets, and discipline, challenged coxswain Robert Heathkins, and later organized aid for survivors. She lived and became known as unsinkable for her efforts. In the film, Kathy Bates captures her outspoken support for those around her, and her push to do more for those left behind. John Jacob Astor IV, among the wealthiest aboard. He saw his pregnant wife safely to a lifeboat and stepped back. Last seen on deck, he died. His body was later recovered and identified. In the film, Eric Braeden portrays him as composed and protective, appearing with his much younger wife, indicating their real-life age gap and circumstances on the night. Madeline Astor, 5 months pregnant, placed in a lifeboat and rescued. Lifeboat 4. She returned to the U.S. and later gave birth to John Jacob Astor VI. In the film, Charlotte Chatton appears beside her husband, highlighting the couple's prominence aboard and her survival. Her story underscores the strict women and children priority during loading. William McMaster, Murdoch, first officers supervising starboard boats and crowd control. He helped load and lower multiple boats and was last reported near the forward collapsibles. He died. His body was not recovered. In the film, Ewan Stewart portrays him managing the chaotic evacuation, a depiction that has drawn discussion, compared to the sparse historical record of his final moments.